A Sister Wives cast shakeup could ice out Kody and Robyn. 5 ways that could ruin or save a possible season 20. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Sister Wives season 20 has not yet been confirmed, but it is most likely on the horizon. If producers want to divert attention from Kody and Robyn Brown to other cast members, it may be a huge success or a complete failure. After years of watching the series, I believe it might be time to try something different. Putting a different cast member in the lead role could shift the mood and produce something quite different. Sister Wives Season 20 may include more dull situations where viewers feel like they've heard and seen it all before if it continues along the same beaten road. Since life isn't meant to remain constant, people require change in order to feel alive. The same might feel secure, but it's neither stimulating nor thought-provoking. The ultimate goal of life is to change via experience and education. In Sister Wives Season 19, there was undoubtedly a lot of drama on the show, with the family disintegrating. Despite its necessity, this adjustment appeared disastrous. Even when a change is beneficial, it can still be painful. It's time to think about the show's more recurring elements and how to make the on-screen action creative and captivating now that everything has settled down. Robyn's constant playing of her little violin serves as a reminder to everyone that life with Kody isn't always easy. Kody's queen lets it all out in the video above, claiming that Kody picks fights with me about dumb stuff. He seems to be undermining their connection. In her opinion, they're in different places in their lives, she added. Although every couple fights, Robyn's habit of sobbing over trivial matters may indicate that her tears in the above video aren't necessarily an indication of her internal tears. This is what she wanted, even though she may be upset. She desired Kody exclusively. She seems to be attempting to minimize her joy after reaching the ultimate goal, which was monogamy with Kody. A lady with a lavish home, all of Kody's love and attention, and a David Yurman ring that matches Kody's would be seen as the one who got the cream if she didn't discuss their arguments. Fans are particularly enraged by this kind of stuff because they think she earned it at the price of Christine Brown, Janelle, and Mary. Robyn is no longer allowed to post on Instagram because of the excessively negative comments. An affirmation, "Let everything you do be done in love," was her most recent post from 2019, and it sparked some intense criticism. Fans' darkest emotions were evoked by the biblical quote. Robyn was criticized by one critic, Melisha_7, who said, "I don't necessarily relate to her since I think she's emphasizing bad things on the show to come across as more normal. I don't always have complete faith in Robyn. She used to act like polygamy was the best thing ever, and I remember that. She might have first thought that, but I think it's as likely that she always desired a conventional marriage. Even if I'm not into it, Robyn's trad wife thing is evident from her old-fashioned lifestyle and purple flowered tops, which make her appear like she's exactly where she's always wanted to be. Does she actually have a life that lets her spend $70 on American Girl dolls? It most likely is at times, but perhaps she's keeping the really enjoyable parts hidden. One can easily see why she would. I was occasionally impressed by Robyn, especially when she eventually came up about her desire for monogamy. She must have found it incredibly restorative and purifying to be herself with other people. I don't mean to come out as critical, but I feel like she occasionally plays a part. Of course, we all do occasionally. She simply fears criticism. And that worry is justified given the way she was treated on Instagram and Robyn's creepy doll obsession being made public, according to Without a Crystal Ball. There is so much predictability with Robyn and Kody. Often, you can predict exactly what they will say and do. Kody and Robyn might be able to get back together and start contributing something fresh to the program if the focus were moved to another cast member, which could give it new life and vitality. It might be advantageous. Janelle is not your typical person. She is unique. She is all woman. And now that she is no longer with Kody, she can truly discover who she is, even though she was frequently seen as Kody's friend. a wife who was more of a platonic comrade. Women are conditioned to accept certain things that they might not tolerate if they were reared with different beliefs when they are raised with the idea that males should be in charge. What would life be like without a man of the house? Is a question that Janelle and all of the ex-partners are struggling with. Yes, Christine does have a husband, but I'd adore that they seem to value equality in their relationship. Giving up all of that conditioning can be a liberating journey of personal development. Over time, Janelle became increasingly uneasy in the Brown household. Even though some people are content in many marriages and other women genuinely love trad wife situations. As a Taurus woman, she is in dire need of stability, including financial stability, love that she can rely on, even in the darkest moments, warmth, tenderness, delicious cuisine, laughter, and nature. With Kody, these Taurian pleasures were frequently scarce. She couldn't be content in such circumstance. Janelle is now taking charge of her holistic life detox and her blossoming Tata Farms business, where she will sell flowers and already sells t-shirts. After being in severe straits after her breakup with Kody, she is looking for new methods to get money. Janelle is examining herself and asking some difficult questions in order to determine what her body, mind, and heart require, as well as how she can take care of her soul. Healthy routines like journaling and meditation enable her to quiet the cacophony of contemporary society and fortify her faith. This is really crucial in light of Garrison's demise. Her path is significant. Like Garrison's father, Kody, Janelle is also grieving as a mother. In addition to being divorced, Janelle abandoned a spiritual partnership because Kody failed to support her during the pandemic, and her attempts to strengthen their bond failed. Although he claimed to care, the environment was tainted by the lingering resentment when they were together. She is also resentful. It's not only him. I want to see Janelle on screen as she is now. Her circumstances are an intriguing fusion of the contemporary and the traditional. As a mother and a single woman in the modern world, she is navigating life alone. She has left a relationship model that seems to be from a bygone era. Nevertheless, it's almost like spiritual time travel to go from what she had to how things are now. She is now fully immersed in the modern world, and it would be interesting to observe how she manages all the highs and lows, so far, with remarkable grace and candor. Although she is my choice for the show's most intriguing major star, some viewers might not be amenable to a change from the norm. As you can see above, Mary looks stunning in her most recent Instagram image. She didn't sparkle in season 19, and she seemed a little worn out. She resembled a beautiful picture in need of little restoration. Mary found her groove without the help of a man. Rather, she discovered her magic on her own. Her lovely pale blue eyes stand out in this photo. They appear to be two sparkling pearls thanks to her skillfully applied cosmetics. Her vivid blue top perfectly complements her coloring. Despite being portrayed as calm and submissive, Mary is anything but. Kody was mostly responsible for it, in order to minimize his own cruelty, which at times seemed to me to verge on emotional torture. He had Mary play the part of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, a destitute creature that hangs its head. Mary isn't that, though. Since giving up on Kody, she has grown incredibly strong and radiant. She might showcase her Worthy Up business, an online platform where she offers knowledge and assists subscribers in boosting their self-esteem. As a Sister Wives major star, she might show off her potential new relationship with Brandon Stone. Her pleasure with her friends could be captured on camera. She's probably cried in a dark place before, but life without Kody isn't like that. Has anyone not? Kody and Robyn continue to travel in the same loop, whining and placing blame while Mary is climbing. Ever since she fled her marriage to Kody, Christine has looked stunning. Christine is smaller, fitter, and more radiant than ever, much like Mary and Janelle. Beauty doesn't depend on one's size or shape. In my opinion, the most beautiful people are those that appear joyful when I'm out. Her vitality is truly suckling the life out of her. David appears daring enough to win over his fearless wife, who would never be satisfied with Kody's lack of enthusiasm for her. A fiery love that truly warms her heart is what she needs. She may display to the world what she accomplished with unfathomable courage on film. Christine took a risk and ventured into the unknown. What fate had in store for her was unknown to her. The pioneer was the first to depart. She now has everything. She is a strong, life-affirming primary star. But there has always been a tender side to Christine. She was the one who took care of the children and maintained the house's beauty. Like other women, Christine has many different sides. She is a baker and a cook. I'd be interested in knowing more about her life outside of Kody. He doesn't seem to be involved in her spiritual development anymore. But they may exchange scenes when the emphasis is on Christine's relationship with David. The lives of sister wives' children have been fascinating. Growing up in the spotlight is not easy. Peyton and Gwendolyn Brown, two of Kody's children with Christine, are especially deserving of further screen time in a potential season 20. Both possess star quality, which is that elusive characteristic that is perceived as X factor. They are both vocal enough to add drama. They actually have a lot of disagreements online and have even angrily insulted one another. Even though they are the most obvious candidates for additional screen time, Kody has 17 kids, may Garrison rest in peace, and each one would enrich the show. It's not necessary for everything to revolve on Kody and Robyn. Actually, I think their schedule is frequently very worn out. Viewers may be thrilled with the outcome if Sister Wives producers choose to focus on other individuals for a change. On the other hand, there is always a potential that the series could be canceled if the formula is altered. Sister Wives, Robyn and Meri Brown's falling out proves there was never a real sisterhood between the wives. There was no loyalty. The fact that there was never a true sisterhood among Kody Brown's wives is highlighted by the latest conflict between Meri and Robyn Brown on Sister Wives. The conflicts and betrayals that have transpired on screen expose the lack of loyalty inside this polygamous family, despite their assertions of solidarity and regard for one another. It becomes evident as the show enters its 19th season that Kody's several marriages were never based on the trust that one might anticipate from a sisterly relationship. The fissures in what was once portrayed as a close-knit family are revealed by Robyn's distant demeanor and Meri's recent admissions of emotional difficulties. Kody's mental instability and outbursts keep becoming worse. The fact that the so-called sister wives were never really together is also becoming more and more clear. 3 years of emotional ups and downs. Meri supported Kody in the hopes that her devotion would one day be rewarded. But as following Sister Wives programs have demonstrated, her dedication ultimately had no bearing on family ties. Meri's abandonment after decades of standing by Kody, and even going so far as to formally divorce him in order for him to wed Robyn, demonstrates that loyalty in this polygamous marriage was only reciprocated. Meri stayed longer than she ought to have, but Janelle and Christine, the two sister spouses, recognized the writing on the wall and departed. However, now that she understands that Kody and Robyn never genuinely cared for her welfare, she is at last taking action to safeguard herself. She acknowledged feeling duped in an earlier season episode, stating, "I think Kody and Robyn have a plan, and we don't trust one another," via TLC. Robyn has consistently stated that she desired a close-knit family, yet her behavior has consistently deviated from her statements. She has maintained from the start that she wanted the wives to be together, but her actions have continuously proven that she prefers Kody over the other ladies. Now, the appearance of a cohesive sisterhood is disintegrating as Meri publicly criticizes her, using Robyn as an excuse. Meri has finally come out and stated her belief that Kody forced her out of their marriage. She questioned Kody's history of revisionism in a confessional earlier in the season, stating, "I honestly feel sad for him if that's what he's having to tell himself," via TLC. Her frank comments reveal the terrible reality of their broken relationship and their profound distance. Kody became more unpredictable as more wives left, snapping at anyone who dared to question his power. He's not as unconcerned as he acts, as evidenced by his responses to Meri and Janelle's legal activities. He first attempted to steer the conversation during a contentious argument over property division, but when challenged, he gave in, demonstrating that his hold on the family was eroding. Kody is upset about losing control over the ladies who were once loyal to him on Sister Wives, not only over the property, even though he holds them accountable for their decisions. It is obvious that he is the one who finds it difficult to embrace change. Meri and Janelle, meantime, are advancing and demonstrating that they can create a better future for themselves without Kody's approval. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.